Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Vishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vayurodhanal liyate manaha liyate manaha jalapakshiva drodhasadanam chittavayavas chitkriyayuta Shakayordvayi Shakti Mulaka Laya Vinashane Ubhayarodhane Laya Gatam Punar Bhavati No Mritam Pranabandhana Anlina Manasam Ekachintana Annashametyadaga Nashtamanasod Krishta Yogina Krityamastikam swastitim yataha Drishyavaritam chittamatmanaha Chitvadarshanam tatvadarshanam Manasantu kim margane krite Naiva manasam marga arjavat Vrittayastvaham vrittimashritaha Vrittayo mano vidyakam manaha Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinvataha Ayipatatyaham nija vicharanam Ahaminashabha jagamahantaya Spurati hrutsvayam paramapurnasat This is the approach, Ramana's approach. Vrittayaha manaha. Thoughts are the mind. And these thoughts aham vrittim ashritaha. vrittayaha tu, whereas the thoughts are centered on I thought, ego. Come to your seat, yeah. Aham vrittim ashritaha. Then, therefore, he concludes, if we want to know the mind, manasantu kim swarupam, what is the nature of the mind, you have to understand the nature of I thought. Why? Because Vidhi aham manaha. Mind is but I thought. Because all thoughts are centered on I. And so this I thought, if you understand from where does it come, its moolam, its source, then you have understood the mind. The source of I thought, you try to find out. Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinvataha. Here comes the most important part of the teaching. This I thought, from where does it come? I am aham. This I thought, kutaha bhavati. From where does it come? From where does it arise? Iti chinvataha. Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinvataha. Chinvataha. So, vicharayitaha purushasya. The person who makes an inquiry, asking this question, who am I? To your source from where you can get the meaning, get the answer. So this is where you go out. Some people will say you have to go within. Within there is no answer. Within there is no answer, you cannot answer. Outside also anybody cannot answer. So no person can answer. It has to come from another means of knowledge. A means of knowledge which has nothing to do with individuals. And therefore we have a means of knowledge in the form of words, whose job is only to negate the error I commit about myself and reveal through words whose meaning I am not going to see, because whose meaning I am. The words resolve into me. Suppose I say, the self is satisfaction. How you are going to find a meaning outside satisfaction centered on I? You are not going to find the meaning of satisfaction anywhere. It's not an apple. Or a pumpkin. It's not an object. Satisfaction is not an object. It doesn't even belong to the mind. It is not even a thought form. It is centered on you. I am satisfaction. And therefore, if we use these words, satisfaction, tripti, word is used in the Shastra. The word in Sanskrit is called tripti. The whole chapter is there in Panchadashi on tripti. Atmanam ched vijaniyat ayam asmiti purushaha kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anusanjvaret. This is the Upanishad mantra. Atmanam chet vijaniyat. If one were to know, vijaniyat, chet. Chet means yadi, suppose. Atmanam vijaniyat. If one were to know the self, oneself, directly, I am asmiti purushaha. Purushaha is purushaha, a person. I am asmi, this is what I am. In this there is no doubt. I am asmiti purushaha atmanam vijaniyat chet kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anusanjuret. Desiring what? For whose satisfaction? He is going to suffer, or he is going to go after the physical comforts and so on. Kim ichan, desiring what? For whose satisfaction? He has to whip this body to bring satisfaction. This is the idea. Shariram anusanjvare. We want to create satisfaction. And we have to create situations which will give satisfaction. You always find enough reasons not to find satisfaction. And there are always something is lacking. Satisfaction one is not going to find outside. We try to manipulate the situation in such a way that you will discover satisfaction. While manipulating, so you fall ill. That is one thing. While manipulating, you find what you had already set it up properly and you are looking into the next one, then this one is gone. This one is gone. It's something like riding on two horses. And so you have to, you want to stand on two horses and ride. And you set up this one, then before you put your foot on the next one and this is gone. And it's not riding two horses is not easy. Riding two horses, not riding in a carriage pulled by two horses. Because you are an American, you always come up with new ideas. So, therefore, so that I'm not going to succumb to those kind of things. Therefore, you have to ride on two horses. Put a carpet on the top of them and it on their backs, and then you stand. Do that. Or sit. I don't mind. You can lie down also. But you have to ride these two horses. This is satisfaction manipulation. Things are always not to your satisfaction. Yeah. A new house, to my satisfaction, this is the house I've been dreaming about. This is the house. Oh, wonderful. Wow. But the neighborhood is not good. The neighborhood is wonderful. The neighbors are not good. Where is satisfaction? It's always it's faction, disfaction. And so yes is meeting, eight is faction. Yes is always missing. It's always like that. Then you can say, everything is good, but I am not happy. Because there is the unconscious inside. Everything externally good, but the unconscious is there, so makes you unhappy. So you don't require marriage to become unhappy. You don't require. You require yourself to be unhappy. Only you require oneself. Marriage will make sure that you have some shoulders to cry on. That's all what it is. So you didn't know what I'm going to say after you're going to make sure. I said nicely, okay? Even I didn't know what I'm going to say. So I went a nicer way. There are other ways of saying this also. What I say is this: satisfaction is not born of manipulation. We try. We try to get. But every time you are satisfied, that particular fullness, a certain wholeness about you, it is centered on you. It's not centered on your body. It's not centered on your senses. It's not centered on your mind also. It is centered on just you, aham. That aham is the real aham. I am looking for satisfaction. That is the issue. If I am satisfaction, I am looking for satisfaction. Like that woman. This was a new report. It's not our old story. The new report, day for yesterday. This woman was searching for her. She was searching for herself. How? They were all on a bus trip. The bus stopped for lunch or something somewhere. Then they all got into the bus. One person was missing. And they began searching for that person. All of them were searching for this person. And that included the person whom they are searching for also. That person also was searching for. Because she had during lunchtime, she had perhaps had to change her dress. She changed her clothes. It's entirely different. They are looking for the other one who was wearing a particular type of clothes. They were looking for her. So this woman also joined. Somebody is missing without knowing who is missing. And she also joined. Everybody joined. Suddenly she realized, because self-realization. And so she realized. And she realized, oh, I am searching for myself. She realized. Very interesting story. A reported story. It is reported. In the press it is reported. So it's a similar situation. Finding satisfaction which is centered on myself is looking for myself and asking people, did you ever see me anywhere? You ask people, did you see me? There is a place called Kumbakonam. That's in Tamil Nadu. And the Kumbakonam people are very smart people. And then if you ask any one of them, did you see me anywhere? That Kumbakonam man will say, yes, I saw you. I saw you. In Tanjore, I saw you. Tanjore is 40 miles away. I saw you in Tanjore. Oh, did you see me in Tanjore? Yes. Oh, I am in Tanjore? Yeah, I have to go to Tanjore. Yes, you have to go to Tanjore. Send him to Tanjore. You know, this looks very funny story, but when it is philosophy, it is not funny. It is philosophy. It is philosophy, it is Devanta. It is not funny. It's a very serious matter. It is as funny as this. It is as funny. Because what you are looking for is the one whom you had come across experientially you had come across without knowing from where did you get this. You have come across whenever you found some satisfaction, some happiness in which both the subject and object coalesce, fuse into one experience of wholeness. It's not an ordinary thing. Wholeness should include subject-object. There is no wholeness without you being included in a given experience wherein there is an object, there is subject. Generally, the object alienates you. Why it alienates you? Because you want it to be different. With reference to object, you want to be different. Even though you want the object to be different. It is not that you want the object to be different. You want yourself to be different. So you want to see yourself a pleased person with reference to object, always with reference to object. With reference to wherever you go, you have object. And with reference to any object that you confront, you should be pleased. If object is sound, you should be pleased. Pleased person. With reference to smell, with reference to taste, with reference to touch, you have to be a pleased person. With reference to your inferred situations, also you want to be, that becomes an object, an inferred object. You want to be the pleased person. And when you are a pleased person, the object is not a problem. When you are a pleased person, object is not a problem. Therefore, you don't require to resolve the object. You don't require to eliminate the object. You enjoy the object. Correct? Huh? But when somebody says, I love you, in the beginning, you say, then you check up whether it is really true. And then you check up and you find that it is true. And the person really loves you. Really? Really love me? So you feel 10 feet taller. 10 feet taller, okay? There is a song like that. Did you ever hear that song? 10 feet taller, first love. Somebody said, I love you. I felt 10 feet taller. I heard somewhere. You heard? No? No? None of you heard? Californians must have heard.
It's an expression.
Ah.
Yeah, it's an expression.
It is there.
As an expression. Yeah.
It's a?
Expression.
Eh?
An expression.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's an expression, but really a song is there. Yeah, that's where I read. Yeah. "10 feet tall." From there it became an expression. Or the expression became a part of the song. But what I know is only a song. Yeah, I hear some songs like this. Don't come anymore. Hit the road, Jack. Don't. Yeah. Hit the road, Jack. Don't come anymore. While flying, so to India, I put on this and then tried to find out some acceptable music. And so some Indian music also you get. In Air India you get. This also is there. And so you hear, and then as I was reaching the station that I want, channel I want, and this one came to me. Then I thought it's very nice, and so I heard it. Hit the road, Jack. Then I heard, don't come anymore. So I liked it. Some of these ideas are really funny, but it's good. Good. "10 feet taller." And that is, there is an object. And there is a subject. And the subject, object do not cause any problem. Generally, the object always tells me, didn't I tell you? If it is a talking object. If it is a non-talking object, somebody points out, didn't I tell you? It's always like that. The non-talking object. Other talking one will tell me. It's like that. You go to Caribbeans. You go to the beach. And then when you go to the beach, you just see the photographs of all these promotion materials. So they look so good. Blue water, green water, and all these coconut trees. Oh, so good, so big sand, so beach, such a sandy beach, and empty, nobody is there. So that is the time that picture was taken, okay? The picture was taken at that time. When you go and you find there is no space anywhere. All of them are there. And therefore, the man tells, didn't I tell you, this place is crowded, I knew. And so, didn't I tell you? And therefore, that there is always someone to remind you of your wrong decision. The place itself tells you that you made a wrong decision. The place itself tells you that this is not the one that you thought it would be. It tells you. The experience tells you. But sometimes it doesn't have anything to evoke the displeased to you. The whole Jagat is ready to evoke has got enough to evoke the displeased to you. It's not it's not a problem. It's not a difficult job. To evoke the displeased to you, the whole Jagat is there. If you consult an astrologer, even some of the stars do that. So you have enough to evoke the displeased to you. And occasionally, you find situations which evoke the please to you. That's a window to yourself. The please to you is a window. For you to recognize this particular reality, that object itself doesn't deny you satisfaction. Mere object doesn't deny you. That is not what we are talking as non-dual. It is not a melting pot non-duality. This is non-dual. What? That which doesn't evoke the displeased self in me is non-dual. Because I don't have any division. Subject-object do not create any problem for me. In fact, I am pleased. That is what you recognize when somebody says, I love you, and you are able to trust that. You are able to trust for the time being. Next time you may not be able to trust. But now you trust that it's real. Really? So, Ananda. So that love is an emotion, dynamic emotion of this fullness, of your own fullness. It just manifests in your experience of love. Because when somebody says, I love you, and you are able to trust those words, and what wells up is love. Or if you express your love to somebody, there again what is experienced is love. The first one is dependent upon your capacity to believe the other. The second one you know for certain. It is yours. And therefore it is better to love than to wait for receiving love from an idiot. It is good. It is good to love. Understand? Huh? So simple. We need to have some insight about ourselves. It's not something unknown to us. In fact, we don't have anything to teach which is unknown to you. Experientially unknown to you, no. But knowledge-wise, of course, it is unknown. Knowledge-wise, it is foreign, it is alien. It is from India. Experientially, there is nothing foreign. Because you have those moments when both subject and object coalesce, fuse into one non-dual experience. There is no wedge between the two. It may be stars above. The experience is of oneness, the wholeness. It may be the smile of a child, innocent child, on its back. It may be just a flower. It may be a sentence. It may be music. When you don't, what you are exposed to doesn't evoke the displeased self. You are Ananda. Yoga will always evoke the displeased self. Nature of yoga is like that. Because you have to bend. This is wherever bending is involved, there is always a feeling that when will it end? So this is because bending is involved. And that is why we have sound along with yoga. To just keep you happy, neutralize the pain. The displeased self, I'm not promoting this yoga and sound. Because my appreciation for yoga and sound. Nobody else thought about this. The only this Ramanuja has thought about this. And Mukesh Bhai together. It's a great combination. To music, you become the pleased self, if the music is okay. If the Shruti changes, it's a problem. It's a problem. If you maintain the same Shruti, it's possible. Just simple tambura is enough, just sapasa. So it has a certain capacity to bring about laya. The music is the object and the listener is the subject. The object doesn't threaten you, doesn't pose any problem for you. It doesn't create a wedge in what we call this non-dual experience. Experience of oneness, the wholeness between the subject and object. It's a window. It's an insight to yourself. And therefore, so this meaning of the word satisfaction is found whenever the subject and object are one and the same. The person is pleased to person. Then, that means the pleased, it's a participle. You know this when you say pleased person, that means he was displeased so far. Yeah, he was displeased so far. Now he is pleased. I have to use that. And if you are always pleased person, what will displease you? If whatever you experience in the pleased person is the truth of yourself, suppose that is the truth of yourself, that's what you want to be. If that is the truth of yourself, then you better know. Now we want to be the pleased person. And we have enough reasons in the world to feel displeased. To be displeased, you don't require. You look at your hair, that's enough. You look at your nose, that's enough. You look at your teeth, that's enough. Extra two of them are there. Enough. You look at your weight, of course. You think of your weight. How are you going to look at your weight? Think of your weight. Enough. Enough. Think of your height also. They're all complexes. To be displeased, you have enough reasons. Even eyebrows are enough. Otherwise, no, the people will not pull the eyebrows. Eyebrows are enough. Correct? हाँ, क्या बात है? One Indian woman came to Canada and built a house. I told you, built a house. Then he invited me for lunch. I go there. And then I asked, what do you do? And she lost her husband. He had 2 daughters. And then she wanted to educate them and she had come to Canada. And she picked up a job. Then I asked, what do you do? She said, I am a beautician. Beautician means what? What do you do? Cut the hair or what? Beautician means what do you do? I asked. Then after some persuasion, she said, I pull the eyebrows. Huh? Just pulling the eyebrows. She did like this. Pull the eyebrows. Then, my creative mind began to think of the number of eyebrows she might have pulled to build a house. To build a house with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. So to build this big house in a prime place, so how many eyebrows? I began thinking, how many eyebrows? Then I was thinking, how the people's ego, the person's egos were sitting on the eyebrows. They were sitting, the pleased, the displeased egos were sitting on the eyebrows. The look of the eyebrows, my God, this is... it's very, very discouraging to talk Vedanta to these fellows. I can't talk all this. So these are the people I'm talking to. I used to think, afterwards I say, these are the people I should talk to. So, I should talk to them. They laugh at their own caste. And that is a trick not to be ashamed of. Is to laugh at your own follies. Laugh at your own follies. That's the trick to get out of shame. Out of anything. Just to enjoy the follies. It's clear. There are enough reasons to be displeased with. Enough things to be displeased with. Enough reasons to evoke the displeased self. That secret is, Swamiji, don't use the word evoke. Only pleased self is to be evoked. The displeased self is always abiding, is always there. Is always the displeased is the occupant of the throne. Is an usurper. In your vision, maybe an usurper. But I don't know the real one. We have to know. The very fact that we cannot stay with the dissatisfied self, the very fact that I cannot put up with myself as a displeased person reveals to me that maybe I am that person, the pleased person I experience whenever I love an object. The object resolves the displeased self for me. It may be in terms of music or whatever. There are enough reasons. Therefore, we have to explore chinvataha. For the one who is making an inquiry, this displeased self, patati, it falls down. This is Nija Vicharanam. This is, Nija means self, one's own. This is self-inquiry. How and all that we will see. This is Dakshinamurthy. Dakshinamurthy. Ganeshan, அங்க போய் நில்லுங்க, நான் சொல்றேன் காமிங்க. Turn towards Dakshinamurthy. Turn. Yeah. You can use that chair also. If those who are on the sides can come within the, yeah. Here, all that is here in this world is Ishvara, is God. If everything is Ishvara, we have a model to point out everything. The model is space, air, and fire, water, earth. 5 elements. And then in the universe, you have stars and planets and satellites. Sun and moon, represented by sun and moon. 5 plus 2. These 5 are represented here in the idol Dakshinamurthy, whose meaning I will tell you later. And on the right hand, you can see a drum. Drum. Coming up. Drum. You see the drum? Enclosing space. Space. Then the hair is matted hair. You can see and the Talamir Kamkina. Matted hair. And to keep it against wind, there is a bandana. Bandana is a Sanskrit word, bandana. Bandhanam. Band, bind, all these Sanskrit words, cognate. Bandhana. Look at the band, headband. You see that? Vayu, symbol of air. Then fire. That is, it has got a form anyway, the flame. And there is a torch. On the left hand, torch, fire. And water, there is Ganga here. Water on the top, there is one figure. Ganga, the lady, Ganga. Water. Earth, the whole idol is. Earth. Who is the maker of the world and the material cause for the world? Means both father and mother. Look at the right side, earring. Show the earring, right side. See the left side. Entirely different. One is female, the other is male. Father and mother of this entire Jagat, the world. He is the maker and the material cause. And then, he is the source of all knowledge. And the final equation is, you are the whole. He has it in the right hand. You are the whole. The thumb stands for the one to be understood. And the accusing finger, the index finger, is with the body, 3 fingers. The body, prana, and mind, senses. So it joins these 3. This is all we know. Limited. Now, you remove this ahankara, this ego, to bring it to join the thumb, forming a circle. Whole, you are the whole. Circle has no beginning, no end. You are the whole. In even Western culture, if anything is good, you say, you know? This is Chin Mudra. It's a symbol for you are the whole. The book is in the left hand. Vedanta. The Veda is in the left hand. while doing this, the devotees, the Lord is considered to be 8. 5 elements we have seen. 8 aspects. 5 elements are the whole universe. But then there is sun and moon. Means to represent planets and stars. You can see there the moon on the left side, crescent. On the right side, a circle, sun. Sun and moon. 5 plus 2, 7. Then where is the 8th? Because we look at the Lord as 8 faceted Lord. Means 8 things constitute the Lord. And the 8th one is you, who is looking at the Lord. Yeah, otherwise it will be odd, Minus you, there is no Lord. It becomes odd. And therefore, you have to be included. The one who is looking at the Lord is also included. 8th Murti. Ashtamurti Briddeva Pujanam. There is in this book itself, Ashtamurti. Then he is doing asana. Not asana. It is a teaching asana. It's a teaching asana, Virasana. You teach in this asana. It's an asana. And then under his left foot, there is a fellow there. Mustache fellow. He is called Apasmara. All those obstacles caused by the unconscious, Apasmara. This Apasmara is under check because of the grace of the Lord. We earn the grace and keep this Apasmara under check. Never it goes away. Unconscious won't go away. Unconscious can be processed, can be under check. It cannot pose any problem for you. That's why it is there. Then there is, you're sitting on the bull, that is the Maya. The Tamas Maya. That he is the Lord of Maya. He is not under the spell of Maya. And with all this, one more thing you can see. He has to teach, he is teaching you, you are the whole. And teaching while you are the whole, he has to express his own wholeness while teaching. There is a smile. He can't have a grin. He has to smile. You can see this smile. And the smile kavimpa. Just watch the smile. Go near and then see the smile. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.